You understand English, but the fear inside you always presses the mute button when you try to speak in English. Hi everyone, this is Shruti and I welcome you all to our channel English Yari once again. In today's video, I'll tell you how to overcome the fear of speaking in English. And mind you, I'm not going to lecture you up here in this video why you feel nervous, why you have this fear, because this is something we already know. You always have a fear towards something when you have not tried that thing majority of the times, or you have not tried that enough. For example, if somebody asks me to go to a swimming pool and try swimming, if I have not done this, if it's my first or maybe second time, I would have that nervousness or hesitation of exploring the whole pool because I don't know what if I sink or what if I struggle in the middle. So we all have this fear. But here in this video, I am going to share actionable, practical, and realistic top 3-step solution so that you overcome this fear of speaking in English forever. So stay tuned till the end, and I would love to help you here. Here comes step 1, to which I call know how you got this fear. For example, a lot of times I would tell people that I have fear of heights. How did I get to know that I have fear of heights? Probably once or twice when I looked down from a terrace or maybe from a tower building, I would feel scared. And from that day, I told myself that I have fear of heights. It's somewhat similar with English. Maybe you tried speaking in English and you couldn't speak accurately, or you struggled to find the right words at right time. Maybe somebody laughed at you and you told yourself that my English is poor. But just saying that my English is bad, it's too general. We need to dive deeper in it. If whether my English I say is poor because of my grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, presentation, where exactly? Unless and until you identify the gap, you'll never be able to fix it. So, step 1 talks about identifying where you are lacking and fixing that up. In case you want to know what are the gaps, how do I fix that up? Firstly, list down the instances you feel this fear. Maybe while talking to seniors, while talking to manager, clients, anybody, write that down. Then at what segment of English you face issues. If you think it's grammar, then which part of grammar? There's so many segments of grammar, whether it's subject-verb agreement, tenses, prepositions. If it's vocabulary, which segment of vocabulary words you go wrong with? Or if it's with pronunciation, what phonetic sounds go wrong? Because general answers would never help you. Just saying vocabulary needs improvement, grammar, you need a personalized feedback for that matter. So start watching where exactly you go wrong. In case you struggle, how do I identify my strengths and my weaknesses? I would suggest you take a trial session at English Yari so that your expert tutors can give you the list of things you're really good at and the areas you need to improve on. I'll talk about this later, but step 1 is identifying the gaps and then we'll work on it later. In step 1, you identify the fears, but what to do when I know these are my areas of improvement? Here comes step 2, conquer the fear or face the fear, but smartly. When I say face the fear, gone are the days when you would stand in front of the mirror, try speaking and improving. It doesn't work. You need to deliberately put yourself in real life conversation in order to improve that. For example, you want to be a good chef, right? You just keep on watching cookery videos, or you write down the scripts, or you write down the ingredients required to prepare a particular dish. This is not going to help unless and until you step in the kitchen yourself, use the utensils out there, experiment with the spices present. The same works with English. In English, speaking in front of mirror would not help you. I here want you to create real life scenarios so that you speak. Here is something interesting. Your body in the stressful condition react by 3 stages. Either it fight. Oh, this is the problem. I need to fight. I need to give my best shot. Second is flight. Oh, somebody is speaking in English. Let me just go away. I'm not here. Let me ignore it. And the third situation is freeze. Just imagine you are in office meetings and there's a whole vibe of fear as you have to speak in English and your body freeze. There are only three ways how your body would react to a stressful situation. I'm sure flight or freeze is not even the option left for you. All we need to do is fight the situation. But fight how? I don't want you to go all in. Oh, I have to fight tomorrow in office meeting in front of 50 people. I'm going to speak in English. No. Or maybe in the class filled with 100 students, I'm going to ask this or that. No. When I say fight, fight for small battles to get ready for the actual battle. But just aim for small, achievable success. Your brain is structured in such a way, if you're not getting success, it would give up. So when I say small wins, it can be tomorrow in office meetings, I'll try speaking or sharing my ideas in English, or I'll talk to my colleague in English. If I'm a student, I'll try to ask the question to my professor in English. If you're not a student or you're just homemaker, probably when I go to grocery store, I will say one line or one sentence in English to that person out there. These are called small achievable wins. Setting the target of 150 people at one go will bring you nothing but dissatisfaction. Even better if you could join one-on-one sessions where you get the feedback and you also feel confidence, because at the end, confidence matters. All right, so we have shared step one and step two. Step one, I told you, you need to know where exactly you feel this fear. Step two is conquer the fear, face the fear, but effectively or smartly. Here comes step three, which is the last actionable step I want to you, which is repeat it unless it feels natural. To explain this further, let me share a story with you. For a long time, I believed that I have fear of heights, as I told you initially, right? But this time, I thought I should face my fear, I should conquer this out. So during my recent visit to Rishikesh, I signed up for bungee jumping. Yes, 55 meters height. Of course, I was scared. For the longest time, I've told myself I have fear of heights, I have fear of heights. But I knew that once I do it, my perspective towards this would change forever. And then I stood there on the platform, and on three, two, one, I jumped. I was flying in the air. I was scared. But the moment I landed, that feeling was just amazing. It was out of the world experience. I felt as if I've conquered something that had a lot of impression on me for ages. I rose like a phoenix. That's why I told all of you, third is repeat it unless it feels natural to you. Conquer it, especially when it comes to English. If I tell you, okay, small wins are good, but repeat that action in such a format that it feels natural to you, it feels usual to you. We all have fear of something which we have not done a lot of times. So get habitual of it. Talking to people should become a regular part of your life. That's where English Yari comes in. Every day you may not have your friends and family members to talk to you in a long term or for good 20, 30 minutes, but you would be having a dedicated tutor along with you who would be speaking with you. You will get a chance to speak more. They'll help you rectify wherever you're going wrong, conquer the challenges by providing personalized mentorship and feedback, and this will surely help you. And you'll surely notice that what felt really scary earlier would start feeling normal to you. When I started speaking in English, my English was not this much fluent. Now it comes naturally. I'm not thinking before I'm speaking with you. Everything it just come with a span. It's all because we tried doing it over and over again. If you've listened to me so far, I'm sure all these three actionable points are clear to you. If I were to summarize, number one, you know where you have this fear. Just saying grammar vocabulary won't help. Know exactly which segment of grammar, which segment of vocabulary. In case you struggle to know what are your challenges, take professional help with expert tutors. Trial session is just at rupees 99. And after that, conquer it with small achievements every day. Set a target so that your brain feels refreshed. And third is repeat it unless it feels natural, unless it feels comfortable to you. If you've listened to me so far, I hope you like this video. I would love to hear what are your views about the fears, and tell me what are your fears in life in general. And I would like to cover all these things in our upcoming video with all of you. And thank you so much for the love you have shared with me in the previous videos. Keep learning till then. Happy learning.